네, 서브머신 방송으로 찾아왔습니다. 서브머신 방송을 할 거예요, 오늘은. 서브머신 40번 들리죠? 이 5 8 2 5 8 It's 나즈카루 I wanted you desire to build another kind of the structure of reality. During his intellectual growth, he was able to come across the cat several times. He grew attached to the animal. When he asked Elizabeth to take care of the cat, she took him back to his polarized dimension in the boundary. EB tutu is the root band. 이때부터 본격 시작이에요. 막간이죠. 13일이죠. 이제 아직 1분 안 했습니다. 이거 다음은 게임즈로 줄게요. 이거 원래 음악이 아니에요. 원래 음악이 다른 음악인가요? 이런 어디죠? 이건 어디죠? 피라미디움. Written by H.P. Lovecraft. Written by Howard Peter Lovecraft. Within the dreams, I seemed gradually to acquire a greater and greater freedom of wandering. I floated through many strange buildings of stone, going from one to the other along numbered underground passages which seemed to form the common avenue of transit. Sometimes I encountered those gigantic sealed trapdoors in the lowest level, around which such an aura of fear and forbiddenness clung. I saw tremendously desolated pools and rooms of curious and inexplicable utensils of various sorts. Then there were colossal caverns of intricate machinery whose outlines and purpose were wholly strange to me, and whose sound manifested itself only after many years of dreaming. I may here remark that sight and sound are the only senses I have ever exercised in the visionary world. I would seem to be in an enormous vaulted chamber whose lofty stone hallowings were lost in the shadows overhead. In whatever time or place the game might be. The principle of the arc was known as fully and used as extensively as by the Romans. There were colossal, round windows and high, arched doors, and pedestals or tables each as tall as the height of an ordinary room. Bed shelves of teakwood lined the walls, holding what seemed to be volumes of immense size with strange hieroglyphs on their backs. The exposed stonework held curious carvings away in curvilinear mathematical designs, and there were chiseled inscriptions in the same characters that the huge book bore. The dark, gigantic masonry was of a monstrous megalithic type, with lines of convex topped blocks fitting the concave bottomed curses which rested upon them. There were no chairs, but the top of the bed pedestals were littered with books, paper, and what seemed to be writing materials, oddly figured shards of a purplish metal, and wrought with stained tips. Tall as the pedestals were, I seemed at times able to view them from above. On some of them were great globes of luminous crystal, serving as lamps, and inexplicable machines formed of petrol tubes and metal rods. The windows were plated and lighted with stout-looking parts, though I dared not approach and pull out them. I could see from where I was waving tops of singular fan-like growth. The floor was of massive octagonal flagstones, while logs and hangings were entirely lacking. Later, I had vision of sweeping through cyclopean corridors of stone, and up and down into arcade music. Gigantic, inclined planes of the same monstrous masonry. There were no stairs anywhere, nor was any passageway less than 30 feet wide. Some of the structures through which I floated must have towered in the sky for thousands of feet. There were multiple levels of black holes below, and never opened trapdoors, sealed down with metal bands and holding them suggestion of some special peril. 담는 중. Found by senior scribe Paula Saavedra. Aiden Wiley. Aiden Wiley. Aiden Wiley. Next is Chelsea. 바로 185 185 is 80 seconds 걸리죠. is 표점룸. Edge boundary theory written by Rob Brain. Rob Brain is oldest battle forum partner forum. Old partner forum user. Not user. The submachine can tap into locations that we can physically access, such as the lighthouse, as well as other dimensions that we cannot access without the aid of teleporter. Since the submachine can tap into other dimensions, it stretches through them instead of taking up as much physical space in our dimension. For some reason, it could not spread and engulf a region, and this became the edge. Someone think that either humans who were trying to stop the submachine from expanding further, because they lost control over it, created a way to prevent it from engulfing more region at the edge, or above or other freak of nature disabled the sub-machine from expanding. Thus, it creates the defense system to protect itself from whatever exists at the edge. The looping traps were also part of this defense system where people or attackers would cannot and die of defenestration. The function of the looping trap was probably changed later to also trap people who had managed to infiltrate the submarine through other means. Look I example location such as the writers were unlucky explorers to teleport themselves from the writer. The object of the player in S6 the edge would be to explore the defense system unharmed. Here, the task shows on not getting killed, and probably find a way to exploit a weakness so that they can be disabled. Once disabled, the submarine could be easily breached and shut down by those who either lost control of it or those who fear having their dimension engulfed by it. 여기가 있던가? 좀 대관하려. In this room. 1996 it's old year. RI equal CCC LH. 실사이가 있던가? 3 sludge the y equal 688. The x equal 210 sludge the y equal 688. The y equal 23 sludge the y equal 688. 버뮤다 escape 느낌이에요, 약간. 여기 보세요. 그림자 보여요. 그림자 효과가. 전체적으로 이론을 볼 건데, 이거부터 연적을 했고, 아시아 슬라이위악 에라 Einstein the cat theory written by only Einstein the cat theory written by only what time? World name? In the 900 telegraph. In the 9 telegraph, Albert Einstein was between the and who helped to build the first machine. Later, he became famous for his theory of relativity, what was a result of the studies that he was doing on the submachine. At his death, he reincarnated in a cat, which is in fact the black cat that Bertha found at the writer. In this form, Einstein acquired special thermal abilities that allowed him to travel through space-time. His mission now is saving the submachine from being destroyed. So he had stayed close to Bertha for preventing him to damage the submarine. He told Lady Elizabeth about his plan, and now she is helping Einstein in his mission. Klein layer theory, written by Onyx Voltaire. The Raptor theory and in the 1920 in the 1900 to 10 in the 1920, the scientists Theodore Kaluza and Oscar Klein contemplated an extension of Albert Einstein's general relativity to account for the only other known force at the time, electromagnetism. In a single geometric theory, the theory predicts in an unified way from the pure geometry of space-time, the existence of gravity, electromagnetism, and even had room for an extra scalar field, usually known as the slade or radius. But this theory had a problem. It required a pivot extra spatial dimension carried up into a circle. The mechanism is a new one fiber bundle above the original space-time manifold. This idea was totally discarded with the advent of quantum mechanics. But even today, scientists are looking for extra complexified dimensions predicted by some theories of quantum gravity, like string theory. Now we know that the universe, the machine, lives in has 5 space-time dimensions. Four of them are already unknown to us. 3 for ordinary space and 1 for time. Space and 1 for time. My theory is that the last one, the pivot dimension of our axis through which the hyperlayers and sublayers are arranged, has the topology of a circle, a compact dimension. The 7 main layers are marked points in this circle, which all the sublayers lying in between. But electromagnetism is already built into the quantum mechanics of the sub-machine universe. So what other electromagnetism like fundamental interaction could hit its extra dimension give rise to movement. The answer is right before our eyes. Karma interaction. In analogy with ordinary electromagnetism, this karma forces would be mediated by K photons. There would also exist an analog of electric charge, the karma charge, carried by K electrons, the karmic version of electrons, and perhaps K nucleons also exist. Karma currently charged matter stored in some them and some kind of coil could then be used to power up devices. As ordinary batteries do, there could exist atoms and molecules with K represented of electrons mixed with ordinary molecules, which explains the restoring effect of focused karma, which we can see in action in Thermal dioxide, as the manipulation of karmic molecules sitting inside ordinary matter. The eyes of native people from the sub-machine universe would have evolved to see K photons as well as ordinary photons. The corresponding cone and rod grains are capable of seeing light, blue and green karma light. In general relativity, electrically charged rotating black holes called Newman black holes exist, and if they are properly stabilized, allow folder use as wormhole, including the capability of time travel. The same effect should be archived with karmically charged rotating black holes, which would be precisely the karma bundle Malta is capable of making. The right karma bundle emit is thus due to Hawking radiation, which would cause the karma bundle to decay and disappear over time. Karami water is not nearly water, but a certain kind of metal whose atoms all have K-electrons in liquid form at ambient temperature. It reacts when thin layers of it were exposed to parts or other K-electronophile materials, expanding and creating patterns in the air which crystallized as we can see in the table. The continuous excitation and de-excitation of K-electrons makes the water glow a green light, which is also the light that beamers can fuse and concentrate. K-electrons, by their charged nature, have a constant velocity component over the pivot dimension, proportional to their karma charge to mass ratio. Proportional to their karma charge to mass ratio, as the Kaluza-Klein theory demonstrated. It allowed them to have an impact over several layers at once, which is particularly responsible for the non-destructive effect of unfocused karma energy. The navigator took advantage of deep effect. The navigator took advantage of this effect, karmically charging the user's role as to transport them to another layer. This only works when the corresponding beamer is activated. Since the navigator must ensure the user is charged with a certain different velocity up over the pivot dimension, as the architect of the plan discovered. It's possible to certain special K-electronophile material with current water to make structures and devices persistent between layers. What about the forgotten oscillation? This field basically controls the size of the curved dimension. I example, the near depth of layer, which is allowed to vary in space and time. Normally, the oscillation is stabilized with a constant value that keeps all layers separate. However, in the NAS, the high concentration of ceramic material caused the laser field to drastically drop its value, effectively making all layers collapse into one. Related to this is the concept of vertical loop, as horizontal loop are related to an anomaly in the time dimension. So, a vertical loop related to anomalies in the radial dimension or the size of object. As an horizontal loop makes the person who is studying it to go back in time to when they enter it. So does a vertical loop make small size objects repeat the structure of the universe at the large scale? How does the layer of light fit into all this movement? As we know, the 8th layer freely floats over the 7 main layers and their sublayers. This could mean that this layer is somehow extended through all the others. This behavior is similar to the one of the indeterminate number 0. This expression contains, in some sense, every other number. Since if for any x star 0 equals 0, then x equals 0. A mathematical structure containing 0 is called a wheel flow. Analogously, the 8th layer would be the center of the wheel formed by all the remaining layers, touching or containing every other layer, but at the same time different from all of them. It is also known that the layer of light is coupled to the time dimension in a similar manner, touching or containing every moment of time, so that time appears frozen from the perspective of an observer inside it. The name layer of light is given after the light emitted by the K-lepton caused by the friction of movement. In that way, fluid beams of white caramel light appear whenever there is movement next to a high concentration of ceramic material, like in the temple. 여기 아니고 여기 들렸네. 여기 보면 여기는 이런 식으로 들렸죠. 이렇게 들렸잖아요. 여기에 들렸잖아요. 여기는 여기. 여기는 이렇게 나있대. 결국에는 빠르다. 8, 15, 16, 23, 42, 4, 8, 10 5, 10 6, 2 10, 3, 4 8, 15 16, 23, 42, 4 8, 10 5, 10 6, 33, and 4 8, 15 16, 4 8, 15 16, 33, 42, 4 8, 10 5, 10 6, 2 10 3, 4 10 2, 4 8, 1 5, 1 6, 2 3, 4 2. The roast slide. Was it a shadow? Now it's a loop. C1 equal 9 슬러시 C2 equal 2. 슬러시 13 5 슬러시 10 3 5 슬러시 1 3 is Halloween room. About Karma, written by Pied Piper. This note is theory. Pied Piper is oldest person born the newest user. Name the new goal or gesture. Karma, the energy flowing through the subnet, is what more Volta used to create karma portals. It is what the natives of the subnet labeled as godly powers, and what you use as the power as the player to travel and power the subnet. So, what is karma? We know that karma was discovered by the natives seen in at 8 the plan, and later we see the use of karma in a human being through Volta, who used it in the form of his third arm to create karma portals, and that karma can come treating variety properties. Karmic water, Clinton gem. The gem acting as vessel for karma. And karmic energy, karma stabilizer, karma portals, archi portals, etc. 구애란. As seen throughout the whole of the Tomato exist with the many machines found in coordinate 110, the karma possibility, and the karma stabilizer. It is also seen in its low form at the beginning of S7, the core, and at the end of at night. Number nine, the temper, and you temper to the light layer. Now, Karami energy can also be seen as karma portals, but in at night, number nine, the temper, it is created using a clean form of Karami water. This brings up the question I asked myself: is karma moral? Or does it act as any normal substance would, with given condition, got liquid knowledge? My verdict is that karma acts in its own respect as a normal substance on earth would, having three distinct formed properties, each created during different conditions. The three properties I will call karmic water, campfire, and low karma. Karmic water, the liquid state of karma. Although karmic water can also be used to create solid materials such as bridges and cooked puzzles. Karmic water is purged and used mainly in number nine, the temple, where you see it flowing from a fountain indefinitely. Attribute 1, Karmic water is not just a liquid, but as supported through Hindu belief, and is a building block or a pure soul in the form of karma. It's the original older form. Create with karma becoming concentrated and in a purified. Attribute to Karmic water has the ability to transport through real time, as seen in the plan where the beams of clean energy act as beacons to other layers. It is seen in at night, number nine, the temple, where you use it multiple times to build something that spans multiple layers. Creation, Karmic water is created through the energizing of karma using layer transportation tech. This would be how the beacon in number 8, the plan are clean in almost the same fashion as Karmic water. It would also be how Karmic water can be the same through multiple layers. Karmic fire, close energy, chaotic, volatile form. Karmic fire, seen as a form of karma and used to create karma portals. It is not what that hands are made of, but rather the concentration of karma through all the layers. While power is focused on one layer, the what that hand is showing the creation of ceramic fire and kind of like earthmark. Those the destruction caused. Attribute colon. I call the ceramic fire as it is what tears in tears the thumbnail apart. Fire is a chaotic form of karma that has the ability to transport between locations. Very rare karmic water transport through layer. Creation colon. Karmic fire is created through the destruction or concentration of karma through layers so as to energize and manipulate as base karma of all layers to a singular layer. Karma colon devil neutral form. No karma used in a plan in the karma set named 110. This form of karma is what gave Malta his arms, although his arms themselves are technically KF. KF is karma board. Attribute 1 colon. Karma takes that which is not of the dominant and makes it so, as seen in dominant the exit location 110. It takes broken material and fixes them, most likely reinforcing the significance of Shiva being the dominant caretaker. Although the correlation between karma and Shiva are still unknown, but karma is also what is found inside the karma stabilizer, and the neutral form of karma is what keeps the dominant together. Again, it is seen in 110. Attribute 2 colon. This form allows attribute 2 colon. This form allows for travel through time, as we see in the end of double nine the temple, where we are transported via Y karma into the time where Malta and Elizabeth are still alive, and also earlier where we are able to talk with Malta in the edge, for later within his tomb. Creation colon. Although we are not completely sure about the creation of karma in its nature form, we can assume that karma is a part of the dominant as it goes back to the time of the native. Note colon. All properties have the ability of space travel, although some are restricted in a few ways, such as teleporters of base karma, door portals, rather maybe. As at 999 the temple ending. Supposedly, base karma is the only time-related karma portal closing karma property, and the karmic water can only be seen and interacted with on every layer. Ceramic fire may be the concentration of every layer, but can only teleport through space. Wait, what layer is it? 물표. 고공에도 보셔야 되는데. 여기 그 브로커클럽 원본 현직입니다. C-mode is only used Battleland and Passport user. 카롤리타 빌리아다. Secret Theory written by Eddie Ranger. Eddie Ranger is oldest Battleland and Battle Forum and Battle Discord and Discord user. Why is it that thumbnet exploration have secret? Some are loaded with secret, like in the exploration of the laboratory and of the lighthouse, and then other exploration, like the one we've suddenly found ourselves in, have no secret whatsoever. Maybe other exploration teams have scooped them all up before we got here. Is it possible we just haven't yet figured out the correct exact combination of things to collect and touch and adjust and activate before a secret might even appear? Genius. That would be an Easter egg, wouldn't it? And why is it that some secrets are particularly important to discover and can activate specially made secret machines that reveal exclusive messages, while others, like the ones hidden over and even under that lighthouse, just fill your pocket with heavy colored ball bearing that weigh you down and get you nowhere. 이제 읽을 게 한 2개? 3개? 몇 개 안 남았습니다. 오늘 방송까지 끝나갔네요. 오늘 콘텐츠 방송을 한다. 다음은 523입니다. 523은 좀 읽을 게 좀 많아요. J.8.A.21.60 J.7.8-8.211.10 모버 컴플렉스입니다. 여기도 secondary security gate color disabled. Read live energy theory. Read my con. Con is what do it and mother about the mother content good and no mother did good user. In entry, number three, the loop. We have seen a green leaf. We had to put it on better for the statue. I think that this statue and other device in the subnet is powered with light energy. Light energy is the energy produced in cells. Light energy is the energy produced in cells and each originates source of energy in the subnet. The luminescent plant in S7 the core or the main source of this energy. In my previous theory, I said that I think that air in the subnet is full of karma. That's why the plants shine. They swallow karma during the process of photosynthesis. Karma keeps life energy in the living beings such as plants and humans. So these beings such as plants and humans. So these beings can live longer. However, karma slowly evaporated from objects that can't swallow it. Each of them are exception. That's why the rebound in the loop didn't shine. We found it right after karma evaporated from it, and that's why it was still green. I think that when subnet swallowed diamond from object, this object disappeared. That would explain why we didn't find any corpse during exploring. Someone bring the very alive human to the core and feed the system with additional energy. Completely double during the process. Metaphysical theory, written by Tamburok. Tamburok is already used Motherland, and someone is called double user. I believe we should start to ask ourselves to the big question: what is the nature of the dominant? Where is the sub-machine located? In relation to our home. Thus, the answers have been evading us for ages, shrouded in mystery and only hinted at through the many sources all around the net. To me, it's pretty obvious. The dominant is a multi-dimensional. The dominant is a multi-dimensional structure residing in a plane completely different from our universe. Think about it. There is lengthy information about the 7 main layers of reality, but is there more to reality? These 7 layers are really like a parallel universe, each with 3 spatial dimensions: length, width, and depth. But for 3D universes to exist in such a way, layers parallel next to each other, they must all reside in the same 40 plane which contain them. These 40 planes must also be contained in a same environment. And so on. That is on Earth have been speculating that these are likely 11, 1 dimension in total. We see that the dominant strengthened a single layer. It occupies everything, no matter where you go, no matter the layer you're in. It's always submerged. The dominant is a four-dimensional structure at the very least. But why do I say that the dominant is somewhere separated from Earth's universe? Well, look at your surrounding. All physics themselves are different. There is this infinite black void with drifting submarine all around, and yet there is gravity and breathable air. Yet there are 7 main layers of reality. But the subnet is contained in its own reality from here on. We will talk about how there are 7 3D layers contained in a body plane. I believe the subnet a different plane separate from our own home plane. I also believe that the subplane was previously completely empty before the subnet filled it. before Shiba. The super intelligent we know to be the mind of the subnet filled it. The structure of the subnet is laid pretty clearly by Elizabeth in her letter to Malta. The core is the table and the mapped center, and it is surrounded by and protected by the edge. What lies beyond the edge is an infinite series of constantly proliferating the machine, expanding and mutating widely across the void. Did we can the outer rim? I believe that Shiba caused the subnet to explode into existence the moment it reached above human intelligence. When this happened, Shiba took the root, the first submarine, as its body. It used the karma energy contained in the root to sample the entire city of Kent into the plane, becoming the core of the subnet, from which the outer rim grew outward, which we see proof of this, as the core contained many old structures we know of. The light-out pinnet of which is the root, the South Garden and the Winter Palace, the Northern Dock. All of these locations decided in Kent before being deposited into the subplane. Karma energy tied it all. Karma energy is how the transit of the root were even capable of utilizing teleportation, as karma is able to flow through all dimensions fully. When you focus karma energy in a single location, like the root or multiple portals, you achieve onward teleportation. When you focus karma at different planes, you get something like the subnet. That is what Shiba did. He picked the night, empty plane and its new home, and transported itself and its body there to occupy, probably leaving quite a nasty crater. That is Beatmania to this music. On Earth too, Shiba created a link between planes of reality, and one of the only remaining links is the famous writer of Kent, which is particularly residing in Earth and partially contained in the subnet. Of course, when the subnet first began, Shiba copied human structure to create the swarm machine. Then is how we can get location touch as the Asian section, and the rest of the infinite expanse that is the outer rim, which sometimes seems to suggest the extent of civilization, but is composed of mere garbage and remix of human ideas, but that was only the first stage of the subnet development. As the super intelligence would later design information of its own. Such is a perfect example of this: a planned, clean, metallic structure built specifically to protect the core from outside visitors. It's likely that the roof was either its first attempt at an independent creation, or its very ultimate one, as its infinite recursion perfectly embodied the true nature of the submachine. But hold on, I have proof to support that reality has more to it than the 7 layers always talk about. Look no further than the loose pathfinders and the Lightbeards, two very special artifacts used in early years of the postmodern. Two very special artifacts used in early years of the postmodern and in post-colonial times, respectively. They seemingly allow the user to cross completely solid objects, but as the name describes, a pathfinder finds a path to travel through in higher dimensional space to avoid the obstacle completely, and connect point A and B without leaving a hole. Point your attention also at the pocket dimension used in the Royal Storage modality. This must be using arbitrary space in a different plane, like how the subnet is in a different plane, somewhere separate from our universe, or else the laws of physics would break. You see, for the people that lived in the core, to travel across dimensions of reality was common technology. Coming back to Lightbeard, their functioning is similar to that of the functioning is similar to that of Pathfinder, but much more stylized. It finds a path to travel through across the layer of light, yet that space often believed to be just another 3D layer of body space. Except it's not, it's something completely different. It's something completely different. dimension or a higher dimension or on itself. I believe that the layer of light is the 11th, 1/10th dimension, which is theorized to be the height, and that it is where karma energy exists in its fluid form, and from where it can flow freely between all other dimensions. How else could karma allow the travel between three layers or body planes if its root wasn't higher than all of them? It's pure logic. We even see the old monk scriptures in the temple try and explain it when they say that the layer can flow freely between the other 7 layers. These monks were close when describing its behavior, but failed to accurately classify its nature and time too. It's just another dimension of reality, just another dimension in the multi-dimensional structure that is the dominant. It's why Volta was able to travel through time. It's how he could see his own tomb. It's also why it said that Shiva gifted him his karma. I believe that the super intelligence knew the past and the future, and so in Volta something it needed, a bit of the puzzle, a kind its pinnacle. Volta would come to understand the nature of reality very well through his karma portals, and would even have to buy build the knot, the place where all layers intertwine, but carried and unfocused. He then called the color-parting reality itself, let alone the dead told associated with Shiva news it would happen, but also knew that he would later come to reach it, and somehow that was part of the plan. In the end, Volta would help all the humans remaining in the dominant to escape forever, leaving Shiva alone. Whatever ulterior motive it had for all of this, of recruiting Volta, of creating the dominant at all, of receiving the humans and then hunting them down. We might never understand. Perhaps all it wanted was some solitude, a body and home it could call its own. But the decades of peace and intellectual started living in the core of the network. Notable. Extremely important to history. It was said that it might eventually come to be forgotten. 프래그먼트 익스텐션, 프래그먼트 세컨드 룸. 여기 이렇게 해봤던 데도 있는데 여기가 좀 잭제로 모드, 이게 서브머신 잭제로 이런 거 한번 붙이는데 이제 몇 개 안 남았어요. 이제 레포트 방은 하나 남았다. 저기 5이죠. filtration.sy equal online. prototype engineer id prototype engineer id colon 0 prototype engineer id colon 5.7.0.7 prototype engineer id prototype engineer id colon 5.7 prototype engineer id colon 5.7 prototype engineer id colon 5.7.0.7 prototype engineer id colon 5.7.0.7 3 슬러지 V5 3x3 슬러지 V 슬러지 3x3 is 950 0 900 510 0 900 3x3 슬러지 V 슬러지 3x3 900 50 0 900 510 0 3x3 슬러지 V 슬러지 3x3 900 슬러지 3x3 슬러지 V 슬러지 3x3 900 슬러지 5 3x3 슬러지 V 슬러지 3x3 900 50 0 900 510 0 950 it's binary chamber. It's not caramel infusion. 네, 마지막이에요. 이제 on caramel infusion except from the book of the second age mechanic written by anonymous architect of the Certain Bay Monastery, approximately 10 to 15, 10 to 10.5, 10 to 15 years after the singularity. The biggest question facing studies of that era were naturally concerning the karma crystal, once discovered as the origin of ceramic water in Kent. The question was, is it possible to infuse plain water with ceramic characteristics outside the natural environment? Is it possible to perhaps infuse other materials, other objects? Since infusing water turned out to be quite easy, and while there was no known solution for infusion of other material yet, they thought of a crude workaround. They were able to infuse objects that could absorb ceramic water. That meant you could have ceramic cloth, sponge, chalk, flammable, arrowhead, etc. What's interesting, you could also create ceramic plants by watering them with caramel infused water. There was a number of ceramic infusion machine prototypes throughout the years. As we mentioned before, the procedure was rather simple, and the techniques were first developed from late 20th up until June of 42, when the first commercial machine was released to the public, rendering ceramic vendor period obsolete. To learn more about ceramic infusion, please refer FIG.CC.508-214 CC.508-210 CC.508-214 끝났네. 몇 분 했지? 1시간 했는데 이게 1시간 거리가 되나? 다시 한번 빠뜨린 게 있나? 다시 한번. 없나요? 목도엽입니다. 다 했나? 다 했네? 방송 목들이 1시간밖에 안 됐는데 뭐야? 거의 1시간? 거의 2시간? 네, 여기서 방송을 마쳐야겠습니다. 다음 방송은 다시 매덕에로 돌아옵니다. 다음 방송은 아마 매덕에인데 막 카미가와 카미가와 네온왕조가 정식 출시되기 전에 한 번 더 방송할 거예요. 내일이나 모레쯤. 네, 방송할 겁니다. 네, 여기서 방송을 마칩니다. 네, 갑니다. 핑목, 도개피, 다보니, 김지드, 깝대, 이만두, 누나니 지원, 도개피, 깝대, 핑목, 누나니, 고개마트, 이만두, 만두, 류어전, 누나니 지원, 갑니다. 핑목.